I don't know where I went or who took me, but definitely I was abducted. I just don't know by whom or what. I have no idea what happened, but I do know that there's some type of a portal here. It's not just me, there's other people that were children at the time that had the same thing that happened to them.
What you just heard is the voice of Melanie Kirchdorfer, a woman who believes that she has been abducted by aliens. Many years have passed, and Melanie still finds herself struggling to make sense of the strange events that occurred in her life. Her remarkable and mysterious story takes us on a journey through the very places where these puzzling things happened. During our journey, we also get to hear from other people who say they've experienced similar things. All of this is an attempt to find out the truth about what may have happened to these folks. But before we delve into these strange and eerie happenings, let's first get some background information to help us better understand these stories. Our journey unfolds in the state of Massachusetts, which happens to be Melanie's home state. For quite some time, Melanie has been enamored with UFOs and aliens. She believes that, considering the universe's vastness with its countless stars, it's highly unlikely that Earth is the only place with life. The US government has officially recognized the subject of UFOs, also known as UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, as something worth studying over the years. People from all over the world have reported thousands of sightings of UAPs. This isn't just something that's been happening in the United States, it's a global phenomenon. Earlier this summer, there was a significant meeting in the US Congress where high-ranking military people, like Navy pilots and an Air Force major, talked about their experiences with UAPs. Many people say they've come into contact with extraterrestrial beings. There are even experts like a psychiatrist from Harvard named John Mack who dedicated their lives to studying these cases. People have been coming forward, sharing their experiences in great detail, and these stories are strikingly similar. It's not like regular made-up stories. It's not the way hallucinations work. The fact that so many people are telling similar stories with such strong emotions makes it all the more intriguing. Melanie's story is connected to a big UFO sighting that happened in Berkshire County, Massachusetts, back in 1969. Around 250 people from various towns in the county saw a UFO, and some of them even claim that these beings took them. It might be easy to laugh at these stories and think that these people are just making things up or crazy, but it would be unwise to do so without really listening to what they have to say. This whole journey started when Melanie shared her experiences with a friend who got really interested in these stories. This friend then decided to go to Massachusetts to talk to these witnesses and make a documentary about their experiences.
My friend, when my friend Patty called me up and told me that it had happened to her sister Kelly too, it was like, oh my God. And this was just a couple of streets over. It's like, wow.
3 years ago, they interviewed several people who had witnessed the UFO in Berkshire County, including Melanie. Melanie's story stands out because of the lasting impact it had on her life. Her family didn't believe her, and she kept her experiences to herself for a long time. Her deteriorating health and the fact that she has experienced 3 lightning strikes make the situation even more intriguing. Although someone's claim that extraterrestrial beings have abducted them might seem unbelievable, it's important not to draw any conclusions right away. Melanie's experiences have been her reality, and it's only fair to listen to her story with an open mind and a kind heart. By the end of this journey, you'll be able to make up your mind about what may have happened to her and the other people we'll meet. So, we're continuing our exploration in Berkshire County, delving deeper into these mysteries. Melanie's recollections transport us back to that mystifying night when she found herself on the shores of the lake, bathed in an inexplicable red-amber light. Her memories from that night are fragmented, but the details she does recall are striking. She describes the presence of what seemed like glass, almost resembling glass cubes. Her memory then shifts to being in a room filled with numerous children, spanning from young kids to teenagers. However, the faces of these children remained unfamiliar to her. As Melanie describes waking up on the lakeshore with excruciating stomach pain, the story takes an unsettling turn. Her memory of walking back home along a dimly lit dirt road at the break of dawn with her mother's door unlocked adds an eerie layer to her story. Melanie vividly remembers the sense of confusion and anxiety that gripped her as she tried to make sense of what had transpired. She had undergone an inexplicable experience and found herself unable to locate her family members. The specifics surrounding her encounter remained shrouded in mystery, and Melanie's parents' response only added to the enigma. They insisted that it was merely a shooting star, concealing the truth from Melanie. She had carried the burden of this perplexing experience for years, filled with discomfort and confusion. In a surprising turn of events, Melanie's mother eventually disclosed that the story was more complex than they had initially let on. The revelation was in stark contrast to the family's earlier denial. Melanie's mother admitted that the incident was linked to a broader UFO event, and they had kept the truth hidden to avoid the judgment of society. This revelation opened a floodgate of memories, suggesting that these inexplicable occurrences had been recurring throughout Melanie's childhood. Their journey of exploration and investigation takes them to the locations Melanie visited during her encounters. As they delve deeper into these mysteries, they begin to discern unsettling patterns and connections. It becomes evident that Melanie's experiences are not isolated incidents. Several individuals in the area have undergone similar enigmatic events. The presence of a portal and the peculiar occurrences along the riverbank add layers to the ongoing mystery. While Melanie's story is deeply puzzling, it aligns with recurring elements observed in abduction cases. Abductees often recount shared features in their experiences, including encounters with bright lights, intricate procedures, lost time, and meetings with beings that bear resemblance to the stereotypical greys, entities with large, distinctive eyes and slender frames. As they press forward in their quest for answers, they discover that the river holds significance, possibly serving as a portal to otherworldly experiences. Melanie's encounters, along with those of other individuals in the area, challenge conventional explanations such as sleep paralysis or mental illness. Transdimensional phenomena and advanced technologies that break known laws of physics are starting to look like a possible explanation for the strange things they have seen. In the midst of these mysteries, questions persist, and Melanie remains uncertain about the true identity of those responsible for her encounters. Her story is part of a much larger and more profound enigma, one that resists simple explanations and beckons for further exploration and understanding. The journey continues, inviting us to delve deeper into the unfathomable world of these inexplicable experiences. Melanie's journey led her to a place of reflection and closure as she revisited the enigmatic Lake Mansfield, a site laden with memories and encounters that had profoundly affected her life. The lake, shrouded in mystery, evoked strong emotions as Melanie stood on its shores, where she had experienced inexplicable events and even witnessed a tragic drowning years ago. The connection between her experiences and the lake's eerie aura cast a long shadow over her life. As the group of friends and witnesses gathered to discuss their experiences, a wide spectrum of stories unfolded, with each individual sharing their own encounters and perspectives. The astronomer Rick revealed his early memories of an alien presence when he was just 2 years old. His account of these experiences, characterized by beings with computer-like voices and unexplained phenomena, dispelled any notion of sleep paralysis. The vividness and visceral nature of these encounters left him with no doubts about their authenticity. Wendy's experiences, too, added a layer of complexity to the discussions. Her claims of seeing enigmatic circles in the sky, which came with photographic proof, gave a hint as to the scope of unexplained phenomena in the region. Wendy's insights into the region's energy, attributed to the presence of crystals and the area's Native American history, raised questions about a connection between sacred lands and UFO sightings. The group also delved into the topic of lightning strikes, an astonishingly rare occurrence that had befallen both Melanie and Rick. The odds of 2 out of 5 people within the group having experienced lightning strikes were virtually infinitesimal, underscoring the remarkable nature of these encounters. Ultimately, Melanie's journey toward understanding her experiences and those of others in her community was marked by closure and a renewed sense of determination. Her willingness to confront her fears and revisit the lake symbolized a crucial step toward healing. As she shared her experiences and insights, Melanie emphasized the importance of speaking one's truth and listening to the voices of others, particularly children, whose stories often go unheard. Her parting words echoed the value of compassionate and judgment-free communication as a way to explore and understand the mysteries that surround this topic,